Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Monday, November the 10th, 2025. Let's take a look at it and see what we got for today. Alright, we got some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that'll help you guys out. I get different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas over there. If you're a brand spanking new player to the game, a returning player, even an experienced player, there's particular daily, weekly challenges giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that'll help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome with the great comments and tips, which I greatly appreciate it. We do wonder why a slightly more score than you. Think the top right hand corner of the screen of a 25% boost. Of course, I claimed that right off the current season 22 season pass on 3 pages, a 5%, 10%, additional 10%, which you can claim by being a Fallout First member or by paying the 1500 atoms for the season pass. All right, looks like we got some good ones here there today. Wow, nice. And some ones we haven't seen for quite a while. Okay. Scrap junk to produce aluminum 5. So again, aluminum is a junk item in which we can use the bulk and scrap method at any Tinker's Workbench here in the game. If you just go to any Tinker's Workbench at all, we're just going to use the one right here in our camp. Just go ahead and go craft. Go down here to bulk. Look at that, to bulk 1 aluminum, all you need is 10 aluminum scrap and 2 plastic from your stash of scrap box. You bulk your 1 aluminum, then you scrap it. It's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. It's more so for the folks that are kind of short on time, or for people like to get things done quick and easy. The bulk and scrap method is definitely where it's at for most junk items here in the game. Now, if you're legitimately looking for aluminum, there's a couple different places we can get it. First and foremost, I believe we have a camp resource that passively collects aluminum. Yes, this is going right here. The counterfeit bottle cap press, which does appear in the atomic shop a few times a year. Sometimes you can get it by itself, or sometimes it's in a bundle with other things. But as you can see, it does passively collect aluminum scrap and lead scrap at the same time. Absolutely fantastic little item to get. If you're looking for items for aluminum, I do have a fairly popular video here on the channel. It's just one of those standalone videos. We'll take it down here to Quarry X3. Now, there's probably about 5 Mirelurks here, not counting the queen that's down here. But if you go into the main building, there'll be a razor claw inside, usually level 100. But there'll be 5 blasting cap boxes there. And that gives you some pretty good aluminum in that little building there. So that's a pretty good spot. Aluminum cake pans. Okay, they're really good to get. Right here at Morgantown High School. You go inside, you head upstairs at the home ec class. Again, there'll be a bunch of scorched inside the building. There should be 3 cake pans right inside that home ec class. Right down here at the overseer's home. Again, if you're a ghoul like myself, you will need a disguise to get inside. But there's usually 2 cake pans right on in the kitchen counter. There's usually a aluminum can right on the floor next to the counter. And even if you, where you spawn here, when you come to the overseer's home, you actually spawn right here. And if you look a little bit to the west over the train tracks, you'll see a small blue house. That is the overseer's childhood home. And there's usually a cake pan inside that kitchen as well. Pretty good little spot right here, actually. Of course, just going around killing a bunch of enemies. I usually find scorched, super mutants, mole miners, and human enemies will give you the most junk items. They'll give you cake pans, they'll give you tin cans, aluminum cans, etc. And you'll be able to easily satisfy this daily challenge. Just go around, have some fun, gain some XP at the same time. Another great way is by ski poles, actually. Ski poles, they kind of blend in with the environment pretty easily. But I think there's some here at White Powder Winter Sports. But I have found most of them right here at the Pleasant Valley Ski Resort. Again, there'll be a whole bunch of scorched around. So let's pop in here today. Let's go after the ski poles. You come across the odd aluminum canister around as well. Of course, that'll give you a little bit of aluminum. I think it gives you oil as well. All right. You can choose to go to this little fun house of scorch. You can go through each one if you wish. It's up to you. Oh, geez, right in my face there. Holy mackerel. All right. So we're looking for these ski poles here. And as you can see, they really blend in quite well. So we take up a ski pole here. if you take a look here under item and aluminum 2 each, that's pretty awesome. So 2, 4. Oh, that's a actual ski gym. For the pole is right here. And as you can see, it blends in quite well. You really have to look. I think there's a couple over here as well. Yeah, there's one right there. Another one right there. One right here. I think there's another little stand right up here. You find a couple. Yeah, as you can see, it blends right in. It's very easy to kind of walk right by these guys, all right? Let's go ahead. We're going to head back to our camp and scrap this stuff up. Hey, this cute little guy here. He is ready to go, that guy. Oh, I kicked us out because... Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, good. I was going to say, wow. 14 seconds isn't a lot, but it's a lot in the game, you know. Yeah. All right, let's put this gun away here, Jimmy. I think we're going to use it anyway. Let's go ahead and we're going to scrap again. You can scrap this at any workbench. There's a workbench close by right where we're at. I like to kind of come back to my camp just to set myself up for the next challenge here. As you can see, our item stats there, 2 aluminum each. Let's go ahead and scrap with these ski poles here. There we go. Scrap junk to produce aluminum 5 for 5 done. And robots are a good source of... that kind of scared me a little bit. Oh, buddy there. Again, robots are a good source of aluminum, lead, and steel, so we can go after some robots as well, if you're looking for aluminum in general. All right. One more little spot just kind of popped in my head while we're waiting to come here. Right here in Helvetia, the blue house right on the corner, across the street from the yellow house on the main road. There probably would be about 4 or 5 scorch inside, but you head up the stairs, you take a hard right, there's a kitchen there, and you'll see a couple shelving. There'll be a lot of tin cans there, but I think there's about 4 or 5 aluminum cans there as well. You can try there as well, just for like a little bit of a backup. All right, let's see what's next here. Something we can do right here in our camp. Let's go ahead. Repair armor, weapons, or power armor 5. So again, you can go ahead. You can approach this in a many variety of ways. You can go to your armor weapons or power armor stations, repair them if you so wish. You guys know I'm a huge fan of repair kits. You guys see me use them all the time with my main character. We used it a lot with my low-level character as well, doing the early on quest lines. Absolutely fantastic to have, especially if you're on a roll, like if you're in the middle of a little bit of a dungeon or some building or whatever, a lot of enemies going on. Just don't have time to go looking for a workbench or whatever, and our weapons workbench for that matter. Just use your little repair kit. Huge fan of them, right? So talking about the repair kits, we can actually get these in the Atomic Shop. It'll be under utility. Now, sometimes they do go on sale, okay? And look at that there. We have one claimed already, which means we have a free item. All right, so again, under the featured section every single day, even if you play for about 5-10 minutes a day, I always recommend to people to come down here, special free special offer section, and claim your free item. Usually it is a utility item. Sometimes it's 250 caps. Pretty awesome. Today just happens to be a free repair kit, which is pretty awesome. I believe you can buy repair kits and season passes as well by using tickets. Okay. Sometimes if they have like special event challenges, you'll get repair kits as a reward. All right, stuff like that, right? So a lot of times I'll just kind of save that stuff up and just kind of use them when I need to. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to go to our weapons workbench here first off, and we're going to go modify/repair. Right, now one thing that's really good with the workbench is you can actually use a repair kit or use the workbench. It's really up to you. So at the bottom of the screen says inspect/repair, whatever button that is for you, that's what you select. Brings up this screen here. Now it actually shows you repair kit and how many you have, or you can go workbench repair. Now the thing with workbench repair, if you're a lower level character, you're just starting out, you don't have a whole lot of junk on you, you might be kind of missing some materials to actually repair your weapons. We came across that a couple times with my low level character during the early on quest lines. So we got the repair kits to kind of help us out to kind of fill that need, I guess, because I was more so focused on the quest rather than just finding junk items. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to use repair kit right here at the workbench. As you can see, a basic repair kit. It basically repairs your weapon or armor right to 100%. If you happen to get your hands on an improved repair kit, it actually repairs it up to 150%. We're just going to use the basic one here, so let's go ahead and do that. Right, repair armor weapons and a power armor 1 for 5, so that's pretty cool. Right, so let's back out here. Right, let's pop over to our armor's workbench here this time. Modify/repair. Right, so we do have this armor and same exact thing. Inspect/repair the bottom of the screen. Again, this time here, we're actually going to use a workbench repair. But as you can see, as I mentioned, it does require some materials and junk that you may or may not have. Okay, so it's really up to your gameplay, what you have on you. Sometimes repair kits will really save you. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to use the workbench this time. There we go. Now, you hear me talk about using those repair kits just kind of out and about. You're in the middle of battle, and there's no workbenches around for that weapon or that armor. You need to repair it fast. Okay, so our repair kit's coming handy there as well. So let's walk over here for a little bit. We're going to open up our Pip-Boy. Going to go right over here to armor. Okay, that's the one that we just repaired. We're going to use this one right here. So same thing at the bottom of the screen. It says inspect/repair. So whatever button is for you, that's what you select. Brings up this screen here. Now this time here, we are not at a workbench. We're just kind of out and about, so to speak. We're just going to go ahead and use our repair kit there. So whatever button is for you, that's what you select. We're just going to use a basic one here. You can see that counts as well. All right. And then we're going to just kind of finish this off. So I just want to show you those different ways you can repair your armor and weapons. I don't have power armor. All right. But this is the power armor station you would use for that bad boy. All right. And the same kind of deal. You see your modify/repair, etc., etc. But if you're a power armor user, I'm sure most of you know how that works by now. All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to go back here. We're going to finish repairing our armor here. That's a workbench repair right there. We're going to use a repair kit here. All right, just like that. Nice. I actually have a video showing the same thing. It's a little older video, but I know a lot of people like the idea, so it's always kind of good to mention that once in a while. All right, let's see here. Let's see what's next. Sell Mothman egg omelet to an NPC vendor 1. So again, I have many great videos showing you some great locations for Mothman eggs. Usually we can find them in around cultists. Not all the time, not all location, but most times, okay? Then you're going to have to grab the Mothman egg, and you're going to have to make a Mothman egg omelet. Now, the Mothman egg omelet is a simple recipe you automatically learn by picking up a Mothman egg. It's that easy, so everyone should be able to do this. And lucky for us, we do have a camp resource available to us. Take a look at that real quick. It is the Mothman Nest. Now, we got this, I think it was back in 2023. It was like a special 2-week Halloween event challenge, and this was one of the rewards, okay? Some people said it does pop up the Atomic Shop once in a while. I haven't seen it there, but I do trust my viewers and subscribers and members telling me this stuff. So just to let you know, it's very worthwhile to get. And again, this will just be in your build menu resource section, okay? It's just like any other camp resource we have in the game. It just passively collects 4 Mothman eggs while you play the game, right? Now, I realize not everyone's going to have that. I consider this guy pretty rare. So I realize not everyone's going to have that bad boy. So let's take a look at some locations for the Mothman eggs. Clancy Manor. I believe there is some in Oregon Cave. A little bit of a maze, but again, there's only 3 entrances to Oregon Cave. If you're looking for a 4th one, you'll never find it. Point Pleasant is usually a go-to for most people. There's some down by the water's edge and right around the statue, right next to the Mothman Museum. There's a couple here at the Kanawha County Cemetery. This is a really good spot here. You don't even have to interact with anyone. There's a couple right by the shed, right where you spawn in. Right over here at Johnson's Acre, there's a large cliff side that you can climb, and there's like a little ritual spot up there, and I believe there's some Mothman eggs up there as well. Lucky Hole Mine, like way inside the mine, they have a little church kind of area that you can try out there as well. Excuse me. And right up here is a little bit up here at the Sacrament as well. Just to name a couple of spots, and one more spot here actually. The Moth Home right here. That's a pretty good spot as well. So that's actually pop right into here, the Kanawha County Cemetery. Again, part of the forest area. And the beauty about this particular spot, you don't even have to interact with anyone. And all you need is one Mothman egg. All right, let's go ahead here. So we just spawned in right there. Gonna go right over to this little shack right here. And there's a bunch of Mothman eggs right here. And again, let's say you're a brand spanking new player to the game. Say, hey, Jim, I checked my cooking station. I don't have Mothman egg omelet available to me. What do? Just go to your Mothman egg and you harvest, burp, like that. You learn Mothman egg omelet just like that automatically, okay? It's that simple, okay? There's actually 3 of them here. All right, so now we need to go to a cooking station. Any cooking station will do. Let's pop here to good old Flatwoods. You can go back to your camp. You can go to any player's camp. Most train stations will have cooking stations as well. All right, let's run right down here. There's some cooking stations right down by the tavern. All right. Go to our cooking station here. This is the most important part. If you try to sell the Mothman egg as is for this challenge, it's not going to work. Go all food, quick and dirty here. So again, Mothman egg omelet is a simple recipe you automatically learn by picking up a Mothman egg. All right, so let's go ahead and craft it here. Good stuff. All right, now that we have our Mothman egg omelet here, what are we supposed to do with the gem? We're supposed to sell it to a what? NPC vendor 1. So an NPC vendor is any robot vendor at any train station on the map. Any robot vendor down at the White Spring Mall. We can go ahead and use the north entrance to get down to the mall if you so wish. We have vendor bot residence, Pleasant Valley Ski Resort. We have the Fisherman and Captain Raymond Clark here at Fisherman's Rest, which just happens to be a free fast travel once when you discover it. Vendor bot Phoenix here with Toka Shopping Plaza. Sunny Top Twins here in Foundation. That's what I call them anyway. Good old Crater, we have Mortimer. Okay. Right where we are at Flatwoods, we have good old pal Bob the vendor bot, right in the White Church. We have Duchess up here at the Waywarner. Again, if you are a ghoul, you'll need a disguise to get inside. Graham, Mr. Squeeze, Traveling Merchants, they're all NPC vendors, right? We're just going to pop into Bob here. Because he's close by.
Welcome, friend.
Selling this Mothman egg omelet. There we go. Sell Mothman egg omelet to an NPC vendor. 1 for 1 done. Just like that. Nice. All right. Let's see what's next here, Jim. Let's take a look here. All right. Let's go ahead and kill Mirelurk 5. So again, many great spots. We can find Mirelurks here and around the wasteland. Let's take a look at a couple of spots here. 6, not including the Queen up here, Toxic Dried Lake Bed. 5 here at the New River Gorge Resort. So right by the swimming pool area will be 3. Okay. And when you leave the swimming pool area, there's a house right to the south, and the second house after that, like the front door is all barricaded. That is a house. There'll be 2 Mirelurks inside that bad boy there. So 5 altogether. One of the best spots for Mirelurks is right here at Ohio River Adventures, part of the forest area. There's probably about 4 or 5 grown adult Mirelurks. There's about 7 nests of Mirelurk eggs. So when you collect Mirelurk eggs, 2 things will happen. One, you'll actually collect it. The second thing is it'll explode. When it explodes, there'll be a little Mirelurk hatchling that pops out, and they will also count as a Mirelurk as well. And if you talk to Fishbones, who's part of the Raider faction, you go through the dialogue, he will start a little mini event where you kind of help them out against some Mirelurks. Usually about 12 to 14 Mirelurks show up for that bad boy. However, they will be shooting at them as well, so just kind of keep that in mind. But it's pretty fun to do, plus you get some good Raider rep as well. 4 Mirelurks here, Lake Reynolds. Looking for a little bit more of a challenge. We have Vault 94. Again, this is like a Mirelurk city within a vault. It's quite something. A very high level area. Highland Marsh is about 2 or 3 Mirelurks, not counting the Queen. Quarry X3, again, as I mentioned, 5 Mirelurks there, not counting the Queen. Spruce Knob Lake. Usually some Mirelurks in around there as well, and there's a queen right in the lake. Hemlock Springs Dump. There's probably about five. There's 3 kings there, and usually 2 razor claws. There's a little bit higher level area as well. And right here, Summer Mill Motel is usually a king and a razor claw down there. Just to name a couple spots for you guys, alright? Alright, let's go ahead and kill Mirelurk here. We're going to pop up to one of my favorite spots. It's right up here, Toxic Dried Lake Bed. Let's pop up here today. Alright, let's go ahead here, Jimmy. Let's lock and load. Alright, there'll be 3 more right down here. Now, sometimes there will be a Snallygaster or a Rat Scorpion, and they will be, oh my lord, some of these ghouls here as well, I guess. They came from the little diner there. They saw me running by. Ouch. There's a Mirelurk there. There's our other Mirelurks there. Nice job. Nice job. And of course, the queen is right out there by that ship, and there she is there. Huh! He's over there wondering where his friends went. Where's what's-her-face here? Oh, she's coming right over too. Little bugger. She's like, oh, where he went? Look at that thing, will ya? Crippled her. Beautiful. Yeah, she's no match for this weapon. Ha ha ha! You know she's got on her here. Beautiful, another Gatling laser. Gatling. The non-legendary type. Beautiful. Alright. That was a little fun, wasn't it? Let's see what's next here, Jim. Got a little carried away, buds. A little bit of on a tangent. Kill an enemy in the Mire Region 5. So when it says an enemy, everything is on the table. Right from passive old scavengers and raiders you see wandering the roads, right up to the highest level enemy in that region, of course. And that includes humans and robots as well. So, of course, the Mire region is right over here. And this greenish, bluish, moldy looking kind of area, okay? So you are good to go anywhere within that little area. It's really up to you. All right, so where are we going to go here, Jimmy boy? Let's see here. Pop into good old Thunder Mountain. Pretty good spot for a bunch of Scorched. And again, with these challenges, you can make them as easy as hard as you want. It's really up to you. A lot of it depends on how much time you have, really.
This is Squire Rosen. Thunder Mountain is offline. Repeat, Thunder Mountain is offline. Any brothers with a background in engineering, report to the plant for immediate repairs.
There we go. Just like that. Yeah, this weapon is, as you guys assume me use this, but I haven't used this weapon in quite a while, actually. Pretty powerful little weapon. We'll go through it at the end of the video, of course. That's all right. All right. Let's see what's next here. Take a camera picture of a super mutant 1. So it says take a camera picture. You must use a Pro Snap Deluxe camera. Try going photo mode off the main map screen. It's not going to work. Of course, a super mutant can be either dead or alive. It's really up to you what you want to do. So some great spots for some super mutants here. Let's take a look at that real quick. Grafton, Courtyard of Eastern Regional Penitentiary, Grafton Dam, Grafton Steel, and Grafton Steel Yard. For the first super mutants you come across right here, the north kind of a lookout, probably about 3 of them. Usually a couple of floaters up there as well. Newgad, Wade Airport, Huntersville, West Tech Center, inside and outside, pretty good spot. General Steakhouse, some of the rooftops in and around Watoga. Right here at the Grindstone Arch and Research Site Sackney. So some great spots for some super mutants. Now we can find super mutants that are already dead. Okay. There's some right here at Twin Pine Cabins. Now there's a bunch of Blood Eagles here, but there's also a bunch of bonfires. And there's some Blood Eagles that are already, super mutants that are already dead in the bonfire. So let's pop over here today. Just to show you that. Now, when it comes down to taking a cam picture of a dead super mutant, you don't have to be the one to kill it, okay? So if you're on a server with other people, public server, you come across an area like I mentioned with the super mutants, there's a bunch of super mutants already dead, maybe somebody already kind of went through there, just whip out your Pro Snap Deluxe camera, take a camera picture. You don't have to be the one to kill them, okay? Alright. So we're going to kill these Blood Eagles here just because we can. Really nothing to do with this particular challenge here. As you see, there's a bunch of them right here already dead in the bonfire, as I mentioned. These guys are pretty squishy anyway. I believe there's a bunch of them over here as well. All right. I think that's it for those guys. All right, so again, there's our dead. Super mutants already dead. Just part of the game. They're just here all the time, okay? And again, if you try going photo mode off the main map screen, it's not going to work, okay? You have to use your Pro Snap Deluxe camera, which just happens to be considered a weapon here in the game. Lock and load, baby. There we go. And again, as you can see, how it says Super Mutant in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Watch what happens when I move it away. See how it disappears. You must make sure it says Super Mutant in the top right-hand corner of the screen for this to work, okay? There we go. Take a camera picture of a Super Mutant 1 for 1. Done. Now, if you don't have a Pro Snap Deluxe camera, if you go to the Jim McSteel YouTube channel, the very first video you come across shows me getting this Pro Snap Deluxe camera with my low-level character. We just did it last year in 2024. I think it was like level 22 or level 23, something like that. Very easy to get. It's all time-stamped. Definitely, if I could do it, anyone can. Now, if you accidentally drop your Pro Snap Deluxe camera, your camera will actually destroy itself. So there's a couple things you can do. All right. The very first time you get a Pro Snap Deluxe camera, there'll be a side quest called the Bucket List that pops up. I highly recommend you guys do that, because if you do, every broken Pro Snap Deluxe camera you come across after that, you'll be able to pick it up, take it to your Tinker's Workbench anywheres, and craft your Pro Snap Deluxe camera back. Okay. I think some people have multiple Pro Snap Deluxe cameras available to them, doing it that way. The second way is coming right down here to the White Springs. If you can use the front door entrance, there'll be a random encounter that happens on that floor every single day. However, it does change every day, so it could take days, weeks, or months for that to pop up. So again, you have to take a photo, and you're given a Pro Snap Deluxe camera, and you're able to keep it at the very end of the random encounter. Just one sec, sorry. All right, so I've never done this one myself, but some folks have mentioned to me that it works. So I always like to kind of make a mention of that one. All right, good stuff. Let's head back to our camp here. There we go. That's why I like it. They're nice and quick, not that 14-second stuff. Nobody got time for that. All right. Let's take a look at the last one here. Sell a shotgun to an NPC vendor 1. So shotguns, if you have the plan, you can craft it. Okay. We can find shotguns for free in and around the wasteland laying around. We can find shotguns off of particular enemies as well. Let's take a look at the crafting way. Go to any weapons workbench if you happen to have the plan. Now, you will need a plan for this. It's not a default plan. Just go craft, and this I'm going to show you just where it's at, just so you can check to see if you have it available to you, especially if you're like a returning player. It'll be under machine guns, okay? So cold shoulder, combat shotgun, double barrel shotgun, pump action shotgun, just to name a couple of examples there, okay? And you can just kind of craft it that way and go ahead and sell it to an NPC vendor. Some free shotguns we can find in around the wasteland. The church in Helvetia, usually right about here. You go inside the church, of course, there'll be a couple scorched around. You head upstairs, and just before you get to that little windy staircase there, there'll be a chair and a large box, and there'll be a shotgun there. Right here at Somerville's Dam, on top of the dam, you have that long suspension bridge. There's a shotgun on either side, just waiting for you to pick them up. Mole miners are a great way to get some shotguns as well. But again, always remember that since 2 years ago, the drop rate for armor and weapons has been reduced. So I can show you this here, and you might not have much luck getting the shotgun drop, but you might, okay? I'm just showing you some locations for some mole miners here. So we have Welsh, Blackwater Mine, Monadga is where probably the most concentrations of those mole miners are at. I find even up here at Morgantown Airport, up here at Tower County Fairgrounds, and even Camden Park. I find the Scorch there will sometimes have combat shotguns on them. You can always try there as well. All right, so we did this one here just the other day. We actually went to Somerville's Dam. This time here, we're actually going to go to Helvetia, go to that church. So let's pop in here real quick. Just kind of change it up, give you guys as many options as possible, and actually show you, you know what I mean? That way there, when it pops up this time or even next time, you'll have an idea of where to go. Now you can go to that little fun house of Helvetia if you so wish, but just scorch through there. We're just going to cut across country here. Hopefully you guys can see, probably not that well. We're just going to head right to the church. Right over here. And again, there will be scorched inside here. Make sure you are well prepared. All right. Now, one of these guys may have had a shotgun with them. Let's check. Nope, no shotgun. So sometimes they will have a shotgun, so you can just do it that way as well. Again, we're going to head up these stairs here. Oh, look at that bad boy. Yeah, baby. Nice. Go right down here. And there's our shotgun right there. The pump action shotgun. This is a spawn point. If you watch very old videos, like I think of videos if they're still around before Wastelanders, this is probably one of the go-to spots. Many videos made about this bad boy and how useful it is, because I think we can use these right at level 10 or 15 or something. But yeah, very handy to have for sure. All right, even it has some shotgun shells there as well. All right, so now that we have our shotgun, what do we have to do with the gem? Sell it to an NPC vendor. So as I mentioned, any robot vendor at any train station on the map. Any robot vendor down at the White Spring Mall, we can use the north entrance. Pleasant Valley Ski Resort, vendor bought resin. Fisherman Captain Raymond Clark at Fisherman's Rest. Vendor bought Phoenix here at Watoga Shopping Plaza. Sunny Top Twins here at Foundation. Good old Mortimer, old pal Mortimer up here at Crater. Vendor bought Bob right we were at earlier here at the White Church in Flatwoods. Duchess up here at the Waywarner. Again, if you are a ghoul, you'll need a disguise to get inside. Graham, Mr. Squeeze, Traveling Merchants, all kinds of options there for us. All right, so where are we going to go here, Jimmy? Let's go to the nearest train station. Pop into Sutton Station, just down the road from where we're at. Put this gun away here. Here's our vendor bot raider. Let's on this shotgun here. There we go. Sell a shotgun to an NPC vendor, 1-for-1 done. And another thing you can do too is you can go around to the robot vendors at these train stations, etc. And you can see if they have a shotgun for sale. Look at that, 81 caps. Buy it, sell it back. Pretty cool. And one more thing before I forget. These legendary exchange machines are also considered NPC vendors. So if you happen to have like a 1-star or whatever type of shotgun you have that you don't going to use, you can always script it and then buy it back if you wish. This will also count as an NPC vendor as well. All right, so that's another thing you can kind of keep an eye out for. And I think we're done. We are just like that, guys. Pretty awesome. Let's head back to our camp here. Take a look at weapon of the day here. I'm sure most of you are interested, but many of you probably already can tell by what it is, by what I'm using. I just don't really use it all that often. All right, it is 2-shot armor ace suppressed, automatic handmade, +1 projectiles, +75% damage. Projectiles explode for +20% weapon damage, -35% action point cost, +25% armor penetration. 2-shot explosive VATS optimized. Powerful automatic receiver, aligned long barrel, true stock piercing magazine, reflex sight dot suppressor, armor ace paint. 111 × 2 damage, 5.56 ammo, and right now it's in automatic mode. And as we mentioned, we've been using the fixer there last week, and I just like to kind of mention this with the handmade as well. 2 very versatile weapons we have here in the game. So once when you start using a handmade or the fixer, you will have crafted a bunch, you'll have found a bunch, and you'll be scrapping them, right? When you scrap them, you'll be learning lots of mods, and if you get the right mods, you'll actually be able to switch between fully automatic, and you'll be able to switch to a single fire as well with the same weapon. Pretty awesome. A little versatility there with those 2 weapons, the fixer and the handmade in general. These are my perk cards here. Again, same loadout I've had for a little over 2 months here now. Legendary perk cards. Again, these don't change for me. Very happy with them, and as you can see, they're all maxed out. And of course, our armor. We kind of went through that briefly. You guys probably saw, but we'll go through it again. The Aristocrats Ultralight Secret Service left arm. Chameleon Ultralight Secret Service left leg. Mutants Ultralight Secret Service right arm. Resistance Service under armor. Troubleshooters Ultralight Secret Service right leg. And Vanguard's Jetpack Secret Service chest piece. All right, good stuff. How you doing there, little buddy? All right. So again, tomorrow will be Tuesday. So we have at least three videos out. We're going to have our typical daily challenge video. We're going to have the new Atomic Shop weekly update, plus our weekly challenges as well. And if there's anything else that come about, so I think there is like stuff going on this coming week. Maybe something to do with an anniversary or something like that, or a birthday. But we'll definitely check it out, see as it comes. But just let you guys know. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you get the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, NotMeButMeYesMe, that's me, Drew, Andrew, Waywarner, John, DJ59, Picquerist, Gwen Trutnau, Tony Watson, FelixTheKat, Benny Bunny, AJ Foltz, Adolfo Perez, Aussies1, Ricardo 186, Eric R. Shepard. And we just got a member just the other day, and I've been busy at work, as you guys know. Just worked the last 3 nights, and I just kind of noticed a pop up here as I kind of go through it once in a while. Got a new member here. Let's take a look here. Oop, not that one, Jim. There we go. Zach M. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.